Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on February 4, 2015, 5 minutes to midnight, Birmingham, Alabama. Topic, shootout with aliens. That really happened. And the gentleman, Phil Schneider, he was with the federal government, and the intent wasn't learned until much later, but it was to try to curtail and prevent the continuation attempt and breeding program between these things and us. There were several attempts to stop it, and many say this is when the connection between people here that kind of went under the table to make things happen there. In other words, vows. They promised these things X number of people. Well, they started taking more and more than they needed or wanted. But then our government had no power to stop them. And they still don't. Obviously, they can beat us for now. And look up Shootout with Aliens, or I called it that. I'm sorry. Look up the Phil Schneider and the Dulce, New Mexico shootout. Look that up, and you'll find a host of information where this man and back in, I'm trying to find the date, I wrote it down, and that he went down, not only him, but there were several went down, and there were several of them killed. And Phil Schneider himself killed 2. And, but he was also shot, but he was hit by a beam or something that just ripped through and took pieces off of him. And that happened in 1979. Well, Phil died in 1996, but he died only after he started talking about it and trying to warn people. And he had a diary that not only did he tell everybody that he talked to, he had people set up that he was going from place to place. And he told them all, he said, they're tracking me. He said, I was nearly run off the road, or I was run off the road the other night. He said, but luckily I got back on and they ended up crashing. But yet you don't hear about it. And it flipped an SUV down the side of a mountain, and whoever was in it couldn't survive. But in any case, they tried to kill him. And finally in 1996, they found him dead. They said Phil Schneider died by suicide. And how in the world can you do that by wrapping piano wire around your own neck? Well, he was killed. Dulce, New Mexico is where this battle was supposed to have happened. And if you go and look up Raging Battle Beneath the Earth and look for Roger Lear, Lear, the Lear jet man. He's the grandson of the man that made, I say the grandson, maybe the son of the Lear jet man. But in any case, he has a book, and he also spoke on it several times because he and Bill Schneider were friends. And Bill was never right. I mean, he was, but he had pieces of him missing. He had a bag attached, we didn't have half of his intestines were gone. On one of his hands, he lost several fingers, and, all kinds of things. He was hit. And, but it's an amazing, amazing story there if you want to see it. But this was the beginning of our information, or the information that comes to us, where our government tried to stop it, but they were unable to, and it got out of hand, and now they're not able to, period. So don't think that these things are going around and trying to save the United States or the world from nuclear bombs. Don't play them up to be something they're not. They're evil. They're evil, and they're all hell bound. Don't forget that. And look up. I may have mentioned earlier red ice creations in the Roswell Mount Hermon connection. I mentioned that last, but I didn't put it in my print. But I'll put that in the print on this blog, where to find the Mount Hermon Roswell connection by Rob Skiba. And look, sightings have ballooned 1,000% in 10 years. Our earthquakes, 1,500% increase in 15 years. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, all the things that are happening. And that is not a direct cause of these things. It's a direct cause of our disobeying God. And we're falling into the time that's leading to the end. And at this point, and I tell it over and over, I believe everyone who's a Christian today will be removed before this hell comes to earth. And it's coming, y'all. It's coming. Don't think it's not. It is coming, and it won't be long. Jody Wolf, Expoz.